as I said, going into this thing, most teams have two different attitudes and mental stages. You got a team that's disappointed for being in it, and you got a team that's happy for being in it. We all know which side of the fence we were on. St. Mary's weren't for sure they were going to be in it even, and they got in it. So that was the biggest concern. But the way our guys responded is really, going into it, you don't know 100%, but knowing our guys and knowing their character, knowing, the toughness of them, they came out and played the way I believe they would play. They got themselves up off that mat after getting knocked out, and they got back up again. And that's the thing I'm most proud of, because as you guys well know, it'd been real easy not to have come out and been able to play at the level that you had to play with to beat this team, but we didn't do that. I thought we were smaller tonight, which made us quicker, which opened up the court. I thought that helped us. I thought defensively, we had a lot of guys was really good. Kuzman's hard to keep out of that paint, but for the most part, we kept him at bay. Even though he got some points, we did a pretty good job on those shooters. I thought Charles, on the big boy, until late in that game, he hit a three and got another little jumper. 5 of his 13 came late in that game on some jumpers. Besides that, I thought we did a pretty good job, doubling him some and keep him from going. So the biggest thing was just the mental approach. And our guys came out, they fought through, as I said earlier, and got themselves ready to play. And this was the biggest one, to get this out of your system a little bit. Now we have a little bit of time to go back and, have a little practice time playing this way, and we'll get ready to play the winner of Ole Miss and Louisiana Tech, I guess, next Thursday.
Questions?
Hey, Coach, Tyler here, Rivals.com. Just a wild game for you guys. You didn't take your first lead until 8:30 mark of the first half. You kind of took that 7-point lead at halftime. You stay in front the second half. St. Mary's tested you guys, but you stayed in front the whole way. What's that show about you guys, just to be able to stay in front in a game like this where it's back and forth?
Yeah, Tyler, it's not easy. It's not easy just mentally after what we're coming through. They jumped up and made some threes in that second half. I think they made 4 the second half. Is that right? 4 the second half. And, those threes got them back in some, and we missed a couple free throws down that stretch and a 1-and-1 again. And those things mess with your mind a little bit, especially coming off of what we just came off of. But again, we came right back, and we went to Josh again. We went to Josh, and Josh drove it again and made a play and got it to Charles on a really good play right there. I thought he was really energetic and good all night long too.
Hey, Coach. Jared with the Daily News here. The last game, Tavion had a shot to, at the end of the game, and he gets a shot blocked. Tonight he hits those 2 free throws with 3 seconds left to win it. How I know he's a guy that you're going to go back to every time, but, how good was it to, see him have that moment and, get you guys this win at the end?
Well, again, I'm proud for him. He hurts like everybody else hurt. I think it was Rawls made a good pass. First off, we got to stop at the tie game. We got to stop. He made a good read and pitched it up ahead. And, Tay in the open court, it's a broken court a little bit. That's where he's at his best. He was able to slice in between those guys and, and draw that foul. And, we all have confidence with him coming to that free throw line and making shots, and that's what he did.
Hey, Coach, this is Caden with the Herald. Speaking of Tay and Josh, in the first half, they scored 21 of the 38 points, I believe. So, how were you just feeling about them in the first half, just, hitting shots like that?
Well, again, I thought from the start of the game, I thought we could be quicker offensively tonight, and in transition, just get stops. And I think, we scored 13 points off their turnovers. Fast break was 15-4, though. Transition fast break points is 15-4 for the game. I thought that was our advantage, especially playing smaller. And when you play smaller, it helps you, offensively. That court got opened up tonight again. It just gets opened up. There's more driving lanes for people. And I think it helped everybody. It helps your point guards. It helped Tay, and it gave Charles a little more room to function down there. So it was good for everybody.
Coach Fred Calgill, WKY. Did you say you're not going to play till next Thursday? Is that true?
Fred, make sure I'm correct on that, Zach. Yeah, hey, Fred, that is correct, man. Next Thursday. So we have 7-8 days before we play the next game.
You talk about the mental challenge of all this. I mean, you have fought that you've been swimming upstream like salmon. I mean, and here you are with another mental challenge. I mean, you got a week.
Hey, Fred.
I mean, the hotels, you're cooped up. I mean, this has got to be one of the toughest challenges you've ever faced as a coach.
Hey, Fred, I like that analogy, swimming upstream like salmon. Are you a fisherman?
I am not, but always thought, I wish that my grandfather had taught me, but he did not. But I'd always wanted to be.
He taught you something because you love your dog. And that's a good thing. Hey, listen, hey, Fred, we are doing this, though. We're coming back home, though. We're not staying here. We made a decision to come back home. We'll leave in the morning. We'll get back tomorrow morning, and then we'll figure out when we come back. We don't play the Thursday, where we come back Tuesday, come back Wednesday, based on probably the availability of them letting us practice here on this court. So, yes, we don't want to lay around this hotel for another 8 days, that's for sure, if that's your question. And I think you probably thought we were staying here. We're not doing that. We've done that once before. We're not doing that no more.
This extends your season in a way that to some degree is unexpected. What does it do for you guys in terms of resonating for these guys? For some of them, time is short with their careers and all sorts of different directions you guys are going to go in. I mean, what does it do? How valuable is that next game to you guys right now?
Hey, listen, as I told you all earlier, this first game was one of the most challenging things these players will ever have to get off that mat in their lives off that ground about, and be able to come out and respond. They were pushed and challenged like no other young men, only because their hearts and souls have been in this program. And in the way we lost that last game, sometimes if you just get beat, you get beat. But we all know how that went down. But for these guys, again, to get up and respond and do what they did, it's amazing. And that's what I believe. I believe they would do it too, because I know the character of these guys. I've seen them over and over, how they're going to respond. So they came out and beat a really good team now. And again, hey, there's 3 games left. Take them one at a time. We're going to be – time we play again next Thursday, there probably won't be but, 25 or 30 teams in the country left playing. And we're going to be one of those teams. And anytime you got a chance to play, and we're still competing for a national championship. We knew what happened 3 years ago. We look back on that one, Madison Square Garden. That was a one-possession game to get to the championship game there. That, they hit a big 3 late on us to take the lead. So again, there's a lot of players, a lot of coaches who still like to be in this situation. And everyone you play now, it takes on a lot more meaning. And this first one was the biggest one.
1 or 2 more for Coach, if anybody has anything. Everybody good?
All right, guys.
Thank you. We'll have players in just a second.